about that because I have attached the headphone, and if I attach headphone, I guess the audio want to be recorded if you are speaking. My audio would be there, I believe. Okay, so see what how it is. See, shape of A is nothing but 2 by 3, right? And shape of B is 4 by 3, right? So what is at zeroth index, right? It's nothing but 2. And what is 2? 2 is nothing but rows. How many rows in A I have? And 3 is column, and it is at index 1, right? That's why we are having this axis 0, 1, 2 like that, correct? That's
Okay.
why axis 0 is rows.
But like, will this differ for dot sum operation, none np dot sum operation? Because
Np dot sum.
yeah, because
Uh,
in the image which I have shared, like the
uh,
output will be added in column wise when axis is zero.
Axis is 0, it would be not. See, again you are misinterpreting it. What they are saying is when axis is 0, then they are doing sum of all
Hmm.
rows, right? And you will say
They are
like it is
doing,
doing something like this: 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. If I say axis equal to 0,
yeah, yeah, it's
right?
doing like
Axis
that.
equal to 0, that means take the sum of rows, right? Take the sum of rows. If x is equal to 0,
Okay.
that means concat everything in rows. Put A, B, C, D in the rows like that, right? Yeah, it will make a column. It will make something looking like a column. But yeah, it is definitely confusing, and it might happen like tomorrow we have something called something like another library, very very good than like better than NumPy, and they completely change this interpretation, 0 and 1. That's why you see, if you have also felt that I was like not able to write the code on first go because I don't remember this thing, never. And if I try, I will fail. I want to be able to remember also like that, correct? Because see, these pandas, I guess like we are not going to use pandas because we have dask, yx, and more
Can
than pandas and everything, and they had like minor change in this syntax, but they are like 100 times faster.
hmm. Okay.
That library
Actually,
called yx.
can you open that image that which is showing in the, no,
This
not
one.
this one, in the Google itself. Okay, go back. Uh,
Hmm.
so can you open this image? Actually, I guess I interpreted it wrong. Like this, the first one, the first one.
Sure.
Uh, so
Is it visible
axis,
now?
yeah, yeah. So axis is zero, like it's column parallel, na? That's why I,
No, no, that's fine. All this is saying like these are rows, and
yeah, yeah. But
yes,
if we are using axis equal to zero, then it is summing up
all
like
the
a call.
columns, right? All the
Yeah,
columns it is summing up. I
yeah,
understand. What you are saying is if we apply the sum on numpy a, it will be 3 cross 1, 3, 5, 7 like that. Correct?
yeah. Yes, yes.
If I take sum, ratio equal to np dot sum we have, right?
Some yeah.
Is
A
I
a
is
a
it
dot
clear?
sum. It's a
Ha
dot
ha ha ha
sum.
ha. A dot sum, and if I say x is
Axis
equal to 0,
zero.
and let me print to sum this shoe, right? 3, 5,
Mhm.
7. Yeah, it is summing all the rows. 1,
No,
2, summing by the rows actually. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4.
yeah, the vertically you
Yes,
can, yeah,
vertically.
yeah. So that's the reason I have.
No, no, it's good to have doubts
Yeah.
here also. And
Uh,
don't mark up. Just to take if you are like have not having the marks for the
Uh,
exam, that's fine.
so for access
remember,
to zero, it was 357, correct?
Huh? Huh? 0 for it was
How
357.
how I got confused.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Let me print a and see. The master key to remember is if it is saying x is 0, that is nothing but how the operations or in which direction operation would be performed. Right, so x is 0, that means this operation would be performed row wise on all the rows. Here x is 0, that means I am putting all these matrices in rows. first row, second row, third row. X is 0, that means sum first row, second row, third row. How many rows we have? So 1 plus 2 is nothing but 3 here,
So
right?
row wise would be 1, 2, 3, correct?
Row wise?
So x is
No,
equal to 0, correct? So it
no, no,
should be
no.
1, 2, 3
First
only.
row plus second row, like this.
Oh, okay.
Then 2 plus 3,
I would
right? Yes, it is implemented in NumPy like this, but yes, we can have different interpretations. See, now it is 6 and 9. 1 plus 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3 plus 4. All the columns that we need to sum.
Okay, got it now.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And
So
concatenation we saw already.
similarly, we have one question in one of the tests.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's from mock
NP
test one.
concat, that M
Yeah,
N wala na?
and yeah, that
M
question number
N.
19 in mock test one. Correct.
Huh. I will search for. Oh, we can't use control F. Okay, but we can use this. Concatenate. This one, no? This one only?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's discuss this. Yeah. I was planning to discuss this also. Yes. So A1 is nothing but shape of n cross 1, n comma 1. Let's take this question. Okay, let
n
me
comma
take
0 or n comma 1?
nothing, n comma empty.
Just one dimensional array.
One dimensional array. Yes.
Yeah.
1D array. Why can't I copy this? Okay, I can put here control C, control V. Yes.
A copy. You won't be able to copy, I guess.
Hmm? We can't copy,
Are
but
you able to copy?
we can drag and drop. No, just open Notepad plus plus and drag and drop whenever they do this kind of a thing. Just drag and drop
Okay, okay, okay.
like this. Okay, but I guess we need to make this make up this example because why we can't say something like this a1 dot set. We need to have three arrays basically. But let's try to solve it first, and then we will take the example if there is a doubt. Right? So a1 is 1D array, right? N comma nothing, right? So it is one. This is nothing but one dimensional array, and it is different from this m comma 1 because here we are representing. See, if we have just n, no, it is nothing, not a row, not a column, right? And if it is m cross 1, that means m rows and one column, right? M rows, one column. So this is nothing but a column vector, something like this. M cross 1, m comma 1, it is looking something like this. Definitely we are saying it is column vector, m cross 1, m rows, one column. And this can be interpreted as column or row, anything or nothing at all, right? So this need to be reshaped while using concat function, right? Okay, a2 shape is m cross 1, a1 shape is n, it is just n values we have, and a2 shape is m cross n, right? So the a2 shape is m rows and n columns, m cross n. Here we have m rows, one column, right? Let me write m here, m cross n we have, right? A3 is given something like this. There is a typo here, just ignore it for once. Okay, so first is saying np concatenate, concat I will say for short, a3 and a2. So I need to put a3, this is a3, on a2, a3 then a2 I need to concat. And what are the direction they are saying? X is equal to 0 means row wise. First I will put something here, something here. A3 I will put here, and a2 I will put here. So what should be matching? This should be matching. Sorry, I do I have any a3 then a2. A2 is having m cross and m cross 1. A3 and a2 on axis 0. So in a row I need to put them, right? Why it is not able to concat then? M rows should be there and one column should be there. That's fine. And a row, that means put everything in a row, na? This is correct. Why it is wrong, guys? I am confused now.
Because I think the columns are not
Array,
matching.
yaar,
Yeah.
array. 1 second. The problem is here. Again, I made a mistake. M cross n. That means M here. M rows I should have, and n columns, right? And again, see the here I have problem. This is looking like 1, but I put M here, and this is looking like M. I put 1 here. M rows, right? And 1 column. M rows and column. Now it's correct, right? Now I want to stack A3 and A2 like this. So can I put A2 here? No, right? It is having just one column. So N and 1 is not matching, right? So that's why this option A is incorrect. Any doubt, guys? A3 is having N columns and A2 is having just one column. So we can't take it row wise. X is 0, right? We can't put it on one top of each other. X is 0 is nothing but put it on top of each other, right? So that is incorrect. Let's take one more example, A3 and A1, right? So A3 is having n, you can say this, and X is 1. Now we are saying that means put it in rows, right? Box 1 and box 2, I should put it something like this, right? So this dimension and this dimension should match. And what about A3? This is nothing but M, cross M and N, M rows n column, and for this thing we are having n rows 1 column, but actually not 1 column, it is 1D. So B is actually not possible. Even we reshape, it is not possible, right? Because if we reshape to n cross 1, right? If we reshape to n cross 1, and there is a one problem here also, they are saying 3 cross 1, it should be n cross 1. Right? Because so that's why they have awarded marks for this, because here also the problem is it should be n cross 1. There is a typo here, right? Now this is also real, right? This is not matching the dimension, correct? Let's talk about C now. What C is saying, was just a second, my mouse got disconnected. Yes, A3 transpose. So A3 transpose, how A3 transpose will look, let me put everything here. How A3 transpose will look, A3 transpose would be n cross m. That means n rows, m columns. This is A3 transpose. And now we want to concate A1 reshape n cross 1. Just assume this is n, right? N cross 1. So n, that means n rows and 1 column. And now I want to concate in x is equal to 1. That means in columns I need to put them column 1, column 2, column 3, like that. So this n and this n is matching, so we can concate them, right? Is it clear?
Yes, Mayur.
There were so many typos, but yes, this makes
Similarly,
sense.
Mayur, can we discuss lock and iLock also?
Lock I have forgotten, but iLock I like used recently, so I know. But lock I have completely forgotten. I know in lock we can give column names and perform that operation greater than or equal to and like that. But iLock no, I know for sure because it is similar as Python, right? So before jumping onto this, let's discuss one concept that I plan to discuss today is slicing, right? Because you need to understand slicing first to before understanding iLock. Okay, so let's take a array a equal to, and I will take array something like this, so it is easy to understand. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is same as the index, as you have guessed, up to 8, let's say, right? And let's take one more array, b equal to something like this: -8, -9, -8, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, and -1. Now let's try to print a, the simple thing. We are slicing the list. So what first is saying is nothing but the starting position always, whether it is reverse string or not, right? So the first parameter that we will be giving would be start, right? So where do you want to start? Give me the index location. in this direction, like positive index or negative index you can give, right? Any index you want to give is the nothing but the starting point. So if I say I forgot about 2 here, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 minus 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Huh. So I want to start at index 3, right? And now it is saying where do you want to stop, right? Where do you want to stop? It want to be inclusive, right? So if I say 7th index want to be inclusive, right? And the last parameter is nothing but the order, in which order you want to have the answer, right? So let's have it as it is. That means nothing but 3 to 7 I want to go, right? Let's not give the minus 1 or something. So it will grab from 3 4 5 and 6. 7 is not inclusive, right? What happen if I give minus 1? So it's nothing but whatever the answer you got, whatever the answer you got. And basically see, minus 1 is nothing but first this reverse the see the start. If you reverse the list, and minus 1 is also reversing the counting also, where you want to start and where you want to stop, right? So if I reverse the list, right, and if I start at 3 and end at 7, it doesn't make sense, right? I'm starting at 3 and it is now counting at the reverse order, right? So if I start from 3, I can end at either 2, either 1 or 0. I cannot end at 7, right? Because it is also reversing this also, reversing the order also. So I can give 0 also, or 1 I can give. So this 1 wouldn't be included, keep in mind. So what would be the answer? It would be 3 and 2 only. This is the most confusing part in the slicing, right? So this minus 1 also reverse the order in which the Python counts, right? So we are starting at 3, ending at 1. So it only makes sense in reversed order if you give minus 1, correct? I guess the idea is clear now, right? So if I don't give minus 1, we can we give 1 or what? Yes, we can give 1 or minus 1. So if you don't give 1, it would be always considered 1, without any. If you don't mention the order, it would be like in left to right all only, right? But if you give minus 1, the list would be reversed. Also this index would be reversed. So that means we are starting at 3 and we are going up to 1, not 1. So 3 to 1, going up to this index 1, but not 1, not that index. So we are getting just 3 and 2. And this holds true for this minus index also. Any doubt, guys? Let's take B. Now I am starting at index, let's say minus 7, and I am going up to minus 4. So this will only work if and only if the order is like a positive index I am having. The order is left to right, right? Then and only this will work, right? So minus 7 to minus 4, I will get 3, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, 3 elements. As soon as I give minus 1, I won't have any answer, right? So this is minus 7th index, but I'm stopping at minus 4. So it doesn't make sense because I'm going in this direction, right to left, right? Then I need to interchange this. So from minus 7, I can go to minus 9 only. Minus 9 also, right? In this direction, I can go right to left if I reverse the index, right? Minus 7, minus 8, and this minus 9 is not included, correct? Now let's jump onto this iLock. Okay. There is also one typo here. E is there, but let's assume the E is not there. E for error and E is there. Okay. Now iLock work exactly similar to this E slicing. And let's say you have one data frame and you don't care, and you don't want to write this. You can say this indexes or column name, but you want to use the index number. Then you can use the iLock to get the data out of it, right? So this is the data frame that we are having. This is zeroth column, 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 up to 9. If they've given names also, right? Height, weight, salary, this and this, Then we need to assume this index, right? So this is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9, column 0, column 1, like that. And this is nothing but the index, default index we are having 0 to 8. They can have the different index also. Index ilock is nothing but using the index value only, but this is default index that they have provided 0 to 8. Right now I need to get this data, this yellow box that we need to extract, right? So how can we do that? And in ilock, first we talk about 0. That means 0 is nothing but this thing, rows, how many rows you want to have. And the second one is nothing about the columns that you want to take, right? Okay, so this is nothing but starting from column 5, sorry, row 5. So I need to start with 5 and go up to 8. So 8 is not included, right, in slicing. So I need to give 8 plus 1, that is nothing but 9. So I lock 5 to 9. This is true, this is not true. 5 to 8 will get data up to 7 only. So it is not included. And what about columns? So column start at 7 and at 9. So 7 to 10 I need to take. So 7 to 9 is not correct. 7 to 10 is correct, right? So this is true. And this also holds that negative index also in Python that we have, right? So 8 is nothing but -1, -2, -3. Negative doesn't start with 0, right? So this is -1, -2, -3, -4. So I am starting at -4, right, and going till end, right, going till end. So -4, and if I don't give anything it will go up to end, right? So -4 to all. And what about column? -1, -2, -3. Start at -3. -3 is included, right? So -3 to all. That's why B and C are correct. Any doubt? Okay, we have one more question in chat. Can you help with the question number 11?
Uh,
Where?
just want to talk about lock. A would have been correct if we had used lock. So just check if we are using ilock or lock.
Okay, so in lock, this is included like that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thanks for knowing. Actually, I had no, I just forgot about lock and I lock. And there is one more topic, that concat, merge, and join. We have three operations in pandas that I always forgot. I must have googled it for like so many number of times, tens of times. What is this? Okay, so in lock it would be correct like that. Okay, A and B are included. Okay, great. This is a great image like this. Okay, for lock it would be correct. Yes, A and B are included. Here N is included, M is excluded. In a list of integer we can give. Okay, so here we are giving the column names, right, A and B, and here we are giving the integers. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 I want. Single label or integer or value. Okay, so a single integer. So in lock I can give either A or 1 also, right? Index I can also give, a name I can also give. Correct. So lock is kind of you can say superset of ilock, kind of. Correct, because everything possible in ilock is already possible in lock. Cool. That question Ganesh asked, what was that link? Did I open that? Google.drive. Okay, Google Drive link I have. Execute exercise asymptotic Professor Khalil.pdf. Okay, question number 11. Sorry. Question 11 we discussed, Ganesh, actually. Uh, and this is the only question that we discussed in the like the highest depth that we can go, because this was the first question in for that session, that recursion session, right? So please go through that video. I don't want to repeat that question, but I can show you the answer directly. So it's question number 11, right? Professor Khalil's exercise. I guess it is here only.
I think he's not there in the call, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, that's harsh. Okay, then yes, but I remember there, right? This was the first question that we discussed, and then n minus
Yes.
one, n minus one, n minus two, n minus three, right? And b of n was order of one and one upon n, like that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, next question, guys. It would be great if you suggest the question because that way we would be discussing common doubt or at least like anyone's doubt.
So I have one doubt regarding question 22.
Question, just tell what's the question because it would be different here.
So it's q is equal to p dot append 4, where in
It's
the
none.
answer
No, okay, I understand. None. Yes, it's. I remember. I just gave the this today. Uh, Append. Oh, okay. This one, no.
yeah. So why it's none? I'm
Okay.
still not able
See,
to.
p dot append is nothing but the operation that we are performing on list p, right? And
Yeah.
we are appending the value to for to it. Just forget about the q, right? So if you write this code, what it will do, it will append 4 into the list p, but it is not returning anything. And in python, if function is not returning anything, by default it will return none. If function call is done and it doesn't return any value, then by default it is none, right? So this function is just appending the 4 to p, but it is not returning anything, right? So we are
So
writing q equal
so
to
if
none.
if we print p dot append bracket 4, so it will print none.
Yes, why not? Let's do it now. Print p dot append, and what is next? 9. None,
Okay. Okay.
right? But a would have been this thing
Updated.
updated, yes, because that function call is done now, right?
Okay.
Okay. And this is a pure, you can say, superset of mock 1 and mock 2 and mid exam, I believe, because every question got repeated. Still I got 3 wrong. This one, sorry, this is mock 1. Okay, not this one. 60 mark we have. Okay, next doubt, guys. Any more doubt you have?
I
This is,
haven't
yes.
I haven't taken that 60 questions mock test.
Ah,
Those
it's
are same
repeating.
as this.
Exact same question, exact same error
Oh,
in typo error.
okay, okay,
Everything is same. Even typos are not corrected,
okay.
like that. Okay, let's take this question. This is good. Good revision question, you can say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I'm having. Okay. And it is saying L3, comma, and doesn't end, right? So don't like this is the, you can say, the maximum value you can have, -1. So what we are doing is we are starting at index 3. So what is index 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is index 3, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'm starting at 3. Okay, that's fine. Where to end? At the end, right? So if I don't mention anything, like end, and don't limit in that direction. So what is the direction? Direction is -1, right? So I am starting at index 3. I am going in this right to left direction. Right to left is nothing but 4, 3, 2, 1, like this, right? And what, where should I end? It is the it is not like mentioned, right? It is not mentioned. The starting position is given, end position is not given. So the answer would be 4, 3, 2, 1. All the values. Correct? Now it's correct, right? Because this minus 1 reversed both, like reverse the string as well as the starting and ending position location also, right? Okay. These every question was there. I had good question today that I didn't remember that I wanted to discuss today. Let's see if I'm able to recall it. John Doe Ballet ID not in maximum minima. How many rows will be displayed? Okay, this is simple cross join. Order of an auxiliary space of merge sort. Yes. XY01, that's fine. ID modulo 2, curve is symmetric. Guys, any doubt? I was expecting because every doubt got solved also in 7 p.m. session, but let's see. Okay, this one. This is good question actually. I took time, like today also I took like 1 or 2 minutes. See, in the equation of a plane wx plus w0 equal to 0, given that w is a unit vector, right? W is a unit vector. And how does it affect? Let's see. So what they are saying is w represent the vector passing through the origin and parallel to the plane, right? So this w is nothing but the parallel perpendicular to plane, right? It is normal, you can say norm to plane. So this is incorrect. It can be it can't be parallel to plane whether it is a unit vector or not, right? W represent the vector through the origin, passing through the origin and perpendicular to plane. Okay, this is correct. This option C is really good. W0 represent the length of the projection on W of any point X lying on the plane. So what they are saying is this. Let's say I'm having a plane pi, right? And let's have origin. This side or this side, guys. We can have origin somewhere. Let's have origin here, right? And this is W, right? This is 90-degree, not looking like 90 but 90-degree, and this w is unit vector, that means mode w is equal to 1. Now what is the distance of the plane from the origin? The equation, guys, do you remember? It is w0 divided by mode w. The distance of a plane from the origin, perpendicular distance from the plane from origin, because w1 x1 w2 x2 up to wn xn would be 0, because the this origin is nothing but 0 0 0 0. So x1 is 0, x2 is 0, x3 is 0 for origin. So all the terms would be gone, only w0 will remain. So w0 divided by mode w, mode w is 1. So what is this? What is the distance of this? It is nothing but w0. W0 divided by mode w, but mode w equal to 1, right? So this is the distance. Now what they are saying is W0 represent the length of the projection. So we need to do the projection on vector W. So this is the vector I need to project on this vector W. Whom should I point? Whom should I project? Of any point X lying on the plane. So they are saying any point X, any point, right? The point can be here also, here also, here also, here also. Any point X, right? If I project on W, so what is the meaning of projection? If I project this point X is projected on W is nothing but this. So if I project on this direction, it would be something like this. If I point this project, if I project this point on W, it would be again something like this one only. If I project this or any point on the plane, if I project, it would be something like this. The length would be this. And what is this length? This length is nothing but W0, right? So this option is true. W0 represent the length of the projection on vector W of any point X lying on the plane, right? This was really good. So this type of question they can ask. So be ready with the like rock solid concepts and all the formulas, distance from the origin, distance of a point from the plane, like that. Correct.
Mayur, can you open the mid paper? And there was a question where square root of n was something the time complexity.
Yes, 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 sure, no problem. I will go it in a minute because we have just
Okay,
nine questions here.
okay, okay.
And this theoretical I will just ignore. And this D, every recursive call must have return value. No, we can write a recursive function without return also. We can just write simple print, right? When base case will terminate, base case would be executed. Anyway, it is going to like you can say if, terminate the recursive call and it will print everything recursively. So it is possible that you don't have return value. Okay, append we discussed. This is nothing but the infinite loop because we are appending in the list at each for loop. So this loop is increasing 2, then 3, then 4. Number of elements are increasing in this list. So this list will, this would be infinite loop basically, and really easy to miss that I missed. Okay, sin x by x. The law that L hospital or la hospital, how to pronounce that I don't know, because in our school we used to say that la hospitals rules. So sin x by x, how to solve that? The sir said we need to use that L hospital rule. I don't know, right? But the most, you can say, easiest way to remember this is, or you can say solve this is, what they are saying, limit tends to 0, x tends to 0, right? If you put 0, sine 0 is 0, x is 0, 0 by 0 undefined. But x tends to 0, that means 0.0000 something, right? So if sine 0 is 0, sine 0.0001 would be something value 0.001, and x is already 0.001. So it is all already the same value, right? So if you have x in denominator and x in numerator, it would be nothing but 1, right? And this graph is really easy to remember. It is beautiful graph, right?
Uh,
Okay.
so for L hospitals rule, we need to differentiate both numerator and denominator with respect to x.
So it would be cos
Whenever
x by 1,
by
right? So
one,
cos 0
yes,
is 1.
one, yeah,
Yeah, but it
that's
was
it.
not discussed, right? I don't think so in content it was discussed. Maybe in live
Uh,
session,
there was
but
one problem, right?
huh.
X power 4 plus something. One question in uh, man.
X tends to infinity, but
Yeah, yeah.
we can solve it by dividing x by 4. It was also not covered in content, but
Yes,
they
yes.
assume that we know like 11th and 12th standard textbook.
Yeah, for that question only, that L hospitals rule was discussed during live session.
Okay, okay, but it was easy to solve it by 1 divided by
Yes,
x by
yes,
4.
yes.
Okay, see, this is really good. You can say twist, plot twist. If I talk about the viral comments, you can say trend. So, what they have done is in course content or the formula that we discussed, what we did is we said the last is nothing but I minus one and j minus one, right? And here they have made the mistake. They are saying x and y are starting from 0, then the last element would be not I and j, it would be I minus 1 j minus 1, right? But it should be something like this, x and y starting from 1. So what they've done is we know the formula I minus 1 j minus 1. The expression one would be nothing but L of I minus 2 j minus 2 1 less than that, because if last terms are matching, then just increase the count by 1 and solve the LCS for rest of the strings for 1 and 2. Expression 2 was nothing but if they are not matching, the last is not matching, then take one less than in first string, take one value less than the last element, right? Remove the last element and try to match it with the rest of the string in 2, and solve one more problem with taking all the elements, that means I element from the string 1, and solve it for the one less in the second string, right? Whatever the answer you get, just take the max out of it. right? So they just twist it a little, I minus 1 to j minus 1 to I and j, and uh, they asked it. The formula they asked it. Okay. What is the time complexity?
What
Uh,
would be expression one? It is I minus one comma j minus one plus one, right?
I of I, LCS of I, LCS of I minus 1, j minus 1 plus 1.
Plus one. Okay.
Correct. That's correct. And yes, here this A has nothing to do with the time complexity. Just for increasing the complexity of a problem to make it hard. A has nothing to do with the time complexity. And from the revision and from the notes, we know if something is getting multiplied by some value, 2, 3, 4, any k value, or something is divided by some value, right? Then it is log n. If something is increasing by value, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, like that, plus k, then it is almost log n, right? Some constant value, if that variable is increasing or decreasing, right? And if it is in power, that I square, I to the power 2, right? That is nothing but 2, 4, then 16, 256. If it is increasing like that, then it is log n, right? Okay. Also for root 10, it would be similar, right? Because it is 1 by 2. So we are going in reverse order, 256, 16, 4, like that. 1, 4, then 2. And okay, that's correct. Correct. And this A has nothing to do with the time complexity. We just need to follow this I is n and I is divided by 2. And we are checking I is greater than 0 or not. Then it is nothing but order of log n. Okay. Easy one. And today also I forgot about the this thing. Let me be honest, I completely forgot about the this quotient rule, right? How to take the derivative of this function sin x by x, right? Because it is in division, right? Sin x by x. And what will you do, guys? Any idea? That I forgot about. What is the rule of quotient division rule in derivation? Then what will you do? Any idea? Innovative idea?
You did maximum minima kin kind of thing.
No.
Take f of x as sin x and g of x as 1 by x. Then
Yes, yes, brother. Perfect, perfect. Huh. Because this rule, this quotient rule is easy to forget because we know it is nothing but x square and which one to take derivation first, right? Because minus is there. Then just convert it into the product formula. Sin x multiplied by 1 upon x. Now you can take like take the differentiation of first, keep second as it is, plus okay, take the differentiation of second, take the first as it is, right? There is no worry to take the like worry about the order. But in case of if you are applying the quotient rule, then you need to worry about the order, right? Now you can solve it easily. Cos x minus 1 by x square plus 1 by x sin x, and if you just take the x square as LCM, you will get this answer. Okay, so this was mock 1. Let's take the mock 2. Okay, in mock 2 you have that question, right, Vinit?
In mid
Oh,
exam.
okay. Then you need to wait for some time now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we discussed this in live session also today, and this was a problem. There was a problem there. Okay, 7 and 3. Is there any still doubt? Because this is the hardest question that I think we have in SQL. Like as per my, you can say, knowledge standard. This is the hardest because I first marked 7 and 4, then I realized it's 7 3. Guys, anyone has any doubt in this question? We discussed this in live session also at 7 p.m. But still, if you have any doubt, okay, I will take it as no. Instable 149. This is cool. This is cool. Okay, let's solve this because exist we haven't taken any example in SQL. So let's try to solve this. This is also good example. Okay, so we have two tables, table A and table B, right? And in table A, I'm having four name and age is there. Okay, in table B, I'm having name. Name is repeating. See, and the month is also repeating for each name, but it is similar. Like the set is similar. January, February, March, and income is there. Okay. What is the output of the below query? Select average age. Okay, so I will have in the output age. Okay, average age I will have the output, right? From A I am taking the average age, right? Okay, where name like J, percentage J. That means there should be J in the name at first, at last, or at middle, at any position. So, and how many names have J? Just Jaya, right? So, I have just one result, Jaya, right? So, the current answer is nothing but 69, average is also 69. Or, there is a or condition, right? So, Jaya is final. Whatever happened on earth or with this condition, Jaya would be there. 69 is there, right? So, the answer is either 69 or 70, greater than this thing, right? Because, okay, now it can be this also. Okay, 69 is there. Let's see for the or condition. Or exist, what should be exist? So let's try to solve this query, sub query, right? Select b dot name. From this b table, take the name Ramesh, Suresh, Jaya, and Naresh. Okay, all names currently I'm having from B. Okay, where b dot name is a dot name, I need to give this condition that way only this sub query is connected to this outer query, right? Group by name. So group by name, whenever you see this group by now, just keep in mind, now I have just four groups, or you can say four rows. Ramesh, Suresh, Jaya, and Naresh, there would be at least one aggregation operation, right? So I have four groups only. Now there should be aggregation on month column or income column. Let's see. Group by name. Okay, four columns I have grouped: Ramesh, Suresh, Jaya, and Naresh. Having so now I am applying this condition on the group by function. So where is the group by? See, it is not there in select. Mostly it is in select, but currently I'm having in having. Currently I'm having in having close. Average of income, right? So I am applying this average aggregation function on the income column. So I have four groups: group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. So in the first group I am having three income. So what is the average? In the second group, what is the average for Suresh, what is the average for Jaya, what is the average for Naresh? And what they are saying is less than 20,000, right? The average income should be less than 20,000, or it should be the total income should be less than 60,000. If I say, right, if average is less than 20,000, that means the total is less than 60,000, right? If it is beyond 60,000, the average would be greater than 20,000, 20k, right? So let's see, like whoever has average income less than 20,000. So let's take Ramesh first. So it is nothing but 10 plus 20 plus 15, 45k, less than 20k. So average is less than 20k. Okay, Ramesh is there also in the party. So I have Jaya already there, wildcard entry, name like Jaya. And now I have Ramesh also. So 69 plus 71. Okay, let's talk about Suresh. Okay, first income is 80,000. So let's not talk about the rest of it, right? It is greater than 60,000, right? Don't put all the sum and take the average, right? If I talk about Jaya, no need to talk about Jaya because Jaya is already there. If you talk about Naresh, see, Jaya's income is greater than 20,000, but due to this wildcard character, this condition or wildcard entry, Jaya is already there. If you talk about Suresh, this 44,000 plus 33,000 is greater than 60,000, right? So Naresh is also not there. So I have just 69 plus 71, Jaya plus Ramesh. So the average would be 70, correct? Any doubt, guys? So exist works something like this. If there is nothing, then no worries, right? It won't return anything. I would have just Jaya only. Okay. This is also correct. This is easy. Easy peasy, easy peasy. There was one question where we have set of filter of map of something like that. This
Uh,
perpendicular is repeated from mandatory exercise. Yes,
Mayur, what is range of 8? It is like
0 to
0 to
7.
8.
0
Okay.
to 7.
Okay. Okay.
Huh. 0 to 7, and I'm checking, I'm filtering all the x which is greater or equal to 5. So it is 5, 6, 7. And if list is not there, na, then it would be none of the above. I guess that's clear for everyone, right? If list is not there, it would be none of the above,
Why?
because filter or map doesn't return anything, does not return
Okay. Okay.
anything, right? Let me be more clear here. If I say map, if I want to, let's say, just take the square of this thing, right? Then I will write something like this: lambda x to the power 2, and I will apply on a. Now what will happen? Let's say it will give me map object, something like this, some bullish, say map object
Okay.
at this. So if you just write map, or if you even applied filter, right, it won't be returning anything. I need to convert it into list or set or tuple, anything, any data set you want.
For reduce, we don't need any map, right? I mean list, right? Because it returns a single value for reduce.
Yeah, before in reduce, I guess we need to import, right?
Yeah, yeah. That func tools or some.
uh,
Which tools? I don't remember.
from func tools, import reduce, and I guess I need to give the tuple xy, and let's say x plus y on the invalid syntax. Why? Lambda x and y, give x comma y, and a should be there. Do we have one extra bracket or what? Let's see. 36. Yes, we don't need to use that list or anything because it is returning the value. But for map and filter, we need to convert it into list or tuple or what else? Set.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. Let's take these questions. Where are they? Yes. Okay. And there is one cool questions based on lambda that I faced today. We will discuss that. This is simple chain rule. No worry about it. This was also corrected afterwards. We can give integer float or anything in MP array also. Angle between 3D vector. Okay.
Oh, that question was dictionary keys, right?
No, it was like L is a list, D is a
Okay.
dictionary, I is integer. So can you create list using these four different data types? Yes. In
Okay.
tuple, we can have different data type. Dictionary also, we can't have different data type for keys. For values, we can have.
Okay.
Yes. And NP array, first they thought like we can't give this
Integer and float.
integer
Okay.
and float, but we can give.
Okay.
Okay, this is easy. This is easy. A minus B. They are asking unit vector. Set of this. See, this is clear, right? A and B they have given. So just take A minus B. Whatever the answer you got, just divide by that norm of A and B, right? Under root A square plus B square plus C square. Whatever the answer you get. Set this. Okay, how to this, what is the syntax of saying creating a set? Okay. What was this? Okay, this is also repetition question from mandatory exercise. This is also from domain and range. X cube 11235 Fibonacci number. And this was stupid question also. Y is 1 and we are printing it first, then we are updating it. So whatever the answer have one, it is the only answer, right? No need to check for next iteration also. Xi upper, that's fine. See, this is good question. Even I got confused today, but then I realized. Okay, so what they are doing is, given this thing, let me put it here. So what they are doing is array, yeah, control X, control V. So what they are doing is, given this list, they are mapping this function to this list, right, to each element. And what this function is doing, take the input, do x plus 2x, that means 2 plus 4, 5 plus 10, 6 plus 12, like that. So what you will get, right? So you will get 4, sorry, 2 plus this thing, 2 plus 4 is nothing but 6. Here you will get 6. So what answer you will get? Let's write it. So you will get 6. 5 plus 10, 15. 6 plus 12, 18. 2 plus 4, 6. 7 plus 14, 21. Right? But there is a twist here, plot twist. So you are mapping this thing. Now you are taking the set. Right? So if you take the set, this 6 would be removed because it is repeating. So now you have just 6, 5, 18, and 21. Now you are converting into the list. And you won't find this answer in options 6, 18, 21, and 15 they have, and not this in this order. Why? Because set is unordered, right? So if you perform this operation, the set of numbers 6, 5, 18, 21, there is no meaning, there is nothing like a order. Now if you convert into list, it would be ordered again. So while converting this result of map into set, it is possible that these are jumbled. So this is the most probable answer. Not every time you will get this. Correct? Due to caching or something, we may get every time, but not every time it is guaranteed that you will get the same answer. So let's try our luck today. If we get the same answer, 18, 21, 6, and 15 we are getting, right? So it is possible that every time we can get the different answer, but not this one. But this is the most probable answer, right? Because set is unordered. This is recursive call, you can say function, and this is the easiest one because we are not doing any arithmetic operation. We are just calling it again and again. Okay, this is simple. One more simple. Okay, try and accept. Yes, I got it wrong because I don't see, like, J is not initialized inside the for loop. So I marked n square, but is order of n. Despite having two loop, for and while, it is order of n. I guess we have the same kind of question in assignments also. This question is tricky if you don't get it. Like if the logic is not clicked actually. So what we have is f of x is x square plus y square, right? F is nothing but x square plus y square. Now what they have asked is magnitude of gradient, right? Of f of xy at 3 comma 5. So what del is nothing but, see, this is not a single variable function. So what del is saying is we can't have the derivation with respect to x or just with respect to y, like that. Correct? So what we can do is we can take the differentiation, and del is defined something like this. First take the differentiation with respect to x. So it is nothing but 2x, right? Y square would be 0, correct? Because we are taking differentiation with respect to x. Now take the differentiation with respect to y, so it would be nothing but 2y, right? And now they are asking for the norm. So what is the norm? This is del actually, not norm of w, or the magnitude of del. So if you want to take the magnitude of del, then it would be nothing but under root 2x square. So it is nothing but 4x square plus 4y square. 2y square. It is nothing but 4y square. So at which point 3 comma 5. So if I put 3 and 5 here, the answer would be under root 136. Right, so they can ask this type of question, but it is really easy. Or they can simply ask f of x is equal to x cube. What is the differentiation at x equal to 3? Right, so just take x square, x equal to 3, there is nothing but 9. Okay, it's about to 11. Let's take the last one for today, midterm one. Use the report. So which one I got wrong? Let's see. Huh. Trickiest one, and actually we don't know these internals of MySQL, and now we can argue this doesn't work in Oracle. Right, today's our mentioned, right? Just the common one, just to say like it is working, it will give the different output in different database, then we will award the mass mark. So that's really cool.
Actually, even my options were like this similar, so I just checked A and marked it and went forward. Like if you had checked other options, then like I would have thought like there would be some casting,
Internal internal
casting.
casting, no?
Yeah.
But internal
I,
casting doesn't work for every database.
yes, yes, but
MySQL, yes.
C is more wrong than A, right? So if
Hmm.
like
But it is
if we,
correct.
yeah.
Okay, let's see like what they are asking is, given the following structure of the student relation, student id is integer and primary key. Okay, so we can't have the duplicate value here. First name is varchar 25 liter long, right? So and last name is varchar 25 liter long, and it is variable, not exact 25 up to 25, right? On assuming that all the following four statements are executed independently, which of the following statement is not valid insertion of a row in the student relation? Right, so why I think A is incorrect is insert into student values 25. So see, if I zoom it a bit, there are quotation mark here, right? Inverted commas here, right? So they are giving the string here. So what I thought, it is integer, right? So this is wrong, but in MySQL this internal typecasting would be done, and this string would be converted into integer 25. If it is possible, then it won't give any error. If it's not possible, then it will definitely give the error. And I'm not sure if it will insert the null. Right, so this is true actually for MySQL, but I thought this is wrong. Null we can give, right? In primary key you can't give null, but in this first name last name you can give null, that's for sure. Pallavi is no problem, it is in inverted comma, it's varchar, right? So I thought A is wrong, but A is not wrong. And let's talk about B. Insert into student, insert into this table student. These are the rows: student ID, first name and last name. Sorry, columns. Column student ID, column first name, column last name. What values I want to enter? 25 integer in student ID. Cool. Pallavi, okay. And last name in no, just null or empty string. That's also fine. So B is fine, right? C, insert into student first name, student ID, and last name. In first name, I am entering 25. So this is wrong. And this was MCQ, not MSQ. So there was a a bigger challenge to choose A or C. A is also
That's
looking like wrong. C is also looking right wrong. But what I thought is it will, as we are giving all the column IDs and values, it will arrange automatically. But it is not arranging the values automatically, but it is typecasting the value automatically. That's why option A is correct, option C is incorrect, because
my
first name cannot be 25, student ID
my
cannot be 12. Yes.
this is not valid because not because 25 can't be inserted into first name. It can be inserted. It's wrong because that Pallavi is being used to student ID,
Student
which is
ID.
an integer.
Correct, correct. And Pallavi, the value Pallavi cannot be converted into
Yes,
integer,
yes,
casted
yes.
into integer.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
yes.
first name still have it is a varchar, so it can
Haha.
have 25.
25 can be converted into string, so it is
Yeah.
possible, yes. And
Yes.
see, now I can give the logic. That time I didn't realize. Automatic this sequence is not possible, right? Then how will you decide if we have three varchar and three integer? Where to how to map each integer and varchar column? So this automatic, you can say this shuffling is not possible, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. But this typecasting is possible, right? So now if
Yes.
the question is repeating, we know what to answer. And they have given this kind of thing also, this code snippet also. And we can insert one column. That's totally fine. Rest would be null. Student ID give 25, right? Okay. What next? Given the function below, this, which of the following function inputs are valid? Okay. Key and values. Okay. Why I got that wrong is, see. Define the function dictionary key as keys and values. So we have one function. I'm having a empty set or empty dictionary, because this can be empty set or empty dictionary both. So that's why I always write ICT dictionary DICT for short, open and close bracket, right? So that way you know, like, this is dictionary for sure, not set, because both are using these curly braces, right? Okay, I equal to 0 for k in keys. So how, whichever the keys you provide, what you will do? It will add at that key location, or at for that key in dictionary. It will give the value, right? Values of I, right? So the number of keys and number of values should be same. That's for sure. I plus equal to 1, return D, right? Okay. So keys and values ABC dot split. So ABC dot split will give me three values ABC. So keys are nothing but ABC, and values are 1, 2, 3. So we can create a dictionary out of it. That's fine. Here I have key nothing but 1A and 2B, right? So for dictionary, you can use either integer, or what you sorry, the numbers as key, or you can use tuple as a key, but you cannot use this uh, array, or not array, Python list as a string key, right? Why Python list cannot be used as key? Because it is not hashable. If you try to do this, no, then it will give you the error. The array is not hashable. Even in set,
Basically,
uh,
the keys are immutable, right? We can
keys are
we
immutable.
Yeah.
So you can't use Python list. It will say it's not hashable. It won't say it's mutable or something. It is not hashable. They will say the this would be error would be. So this tuple can be used 1A, 2B, and AB. But that time I don't know about this, so I got it wrong. 4 minutes 33 seconds. I don't know what I was thinking on
Uh,
drinking water.
so actually, like for hashable, like basically we need to check if that data type is mutable
Mutable or
or
not. Basically,
yeah.
yes, yes. Even in set, you cannot create a set out of a number of list. Out of list, you can create a set, but let's say you have list 1, list 2, list 3, list 4, and if you want to put them into the set, you can't do it.
Okay, okay.
Same as dictionary.
So is set iterable?
It is unindexed, so it is not
Huh,
iterable, right?
correct. Just a second, guys. This first exam is going to be easy, but from next Monday, we need to put extra effort. Probability and statistics data, those 100 questions are coming. And especially that 50 odd question, that black, you can say, PDF. Okay, y equal to log is x square. Which of the following statements are true? You are not allowed to use any plotting tool like Google plot, matplotlib. Okay, next one. Okay, so it is log of x square. The domain of the function is same as y equal to log ex. E to the power x or log ex? How to read it now? The
Log
function is
x base
symmetric
e.
about y(x). Log x base e, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, even I made this mistake because I transferred that power to before log. So, but that's where we can't take negative x values, right? When we have log x base e. But x square means we can take negative values. That's
Hmm.
why the domain is different for both of them.
Yes, 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 yes. And the function is symmetric about y-axis. How to plot this? Actually, I'm not able to get the intuition. Okay, we can take the negative value also. Okay, okay, okay. Now it would be symmetric about y-axis also. Okay. For the function is undefined at x equal to 0, that's fine. Okay. So see log of x square and what would be the domain? See, if you take just log of x, log function, you can't apply you can't give the negative value because log is not defined for negative value. So if you take just log, it will look something like this, not defined at 0, 0 at 1, and it is now increasing, right? This is log x, and I am taking log of x square, right? So if x equal to minus 1, what will happen? X equal to minus 1, x square would be 1, so log of 1 would be 0. Similarly, if I take 3, right? So log 3, what I am getting here, right? So it won't be the similar graph, but it would be some amplified x square. So 3, then x, then it would be 9, like that, right? So it would be amplified, but I will have the exact replica here. What point I want to make is, if I have x square, then whatever the value for like whatever the answers I'm getting out of log x square in the positive side, same value I will get in the negative side. So it is symmetric about y-axis, correct? And the domain of the function, I'm not sure if the graph will exactly look something like this. It will look something different, but good to make assumption. So the domain of the function is same as of y of log x. No, it isn't, right? Because log in log x you can't give the negative value, but here you can give the negative value. So the domain of the function would be r minus 0 for log x square, and here it would be r plus only. You can't give 0 on also, right? And the function is symmetric about y-axis, that's for sure. And the function is not defined at 0. So x equal to 0, x square is also 0, and log 0 is not defined, right? I want to see like how this graph will look like.
Since x square is symmetric about y-axis, log of x square is also symmetric about y-axis. Like that, I have marked that answer. Correct, right?
Okay, okay. How
No,
to
that
plot it?
approach is correct or not?
That's fine now. It is looking like this. Oh, okay, okay. There was a glitch. I thought like that. See how cool it's looking. Okay, now it's fixed. Okay. It's having something like this, but just the maximization is done. And if I talk about your approach, it is you are saying something like this:
Yeah,
x square is symmetric, right? And
yeah. So
log,
we are
so if you
we are
apply the
applying
log,
log.
you will have the similar value. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's
value and
right.
this value is similar.
Yeah, so that's the reason. Yeah, so we can think like
Correct.
that. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, which one next? Second last question. Okay. Which of the following statement is true? One, binary insertion sort that uses binary search to find the insertion point requires n log n operations. In merge sort execution tree, roughly the same amount of work is done at each level of the tree. So the second is true, right? Second is true for sure in merge sort execution tree, and there is no question from this, yeah, in this thing. In mock test that we have for 60 marks, it is just mock 1 plus mock 2. Mid questions are not there. Okay. In merge sort execution tree, roughly the same amount of work done is at level of each level, right? At each level. Yes, that's true, right? Because if we have like we are doing n amount of work, right? Of order of n to merge the array. right? If we have like size of 2 or size of 4 or size of 8, anything. Okay, let's talk about option this option 1. What they are saying is binary insertion sorting. So we have insertion sort. Insertion sort that uses the binary search to find each insertion point. You requires order of n log n operation. So what insertion sort is doing is, if you take the elements, what it each at like random element, what I do is I will check if this is greater than this or not, right? Less than this or not, or greater than this, less than this or not. If it is less than this, I will put it here. Then I will check for this. Then again I will check for this. Then I will check for this. So I am taking at highest. I am checking for n times, right? So it is order of n. This comparison operations are order of n, correct? Because for last element it would be n minus 1 operation, so it is order of n and comparisons. But I need to check for every element from 1 to n. So I am like taking all the elements, right? So it is n multiplied by n. It is nothing but n square, right? So n comparison I need to make, right? At least n comparison. If it is sorted, I need to make the n comparisons. I will check 2 is less than 1, less than 1, no. 3 is less than 2, no. 4 is less than 3, no. 5 is less than 4, no. Right? Then it is sorted. So I will take in the base time complexity is order of n. Worst time complexity, I need to do the swapping also. The first time I will swap for 1 time, then 2 time, then 3 time, then 4 time. So it is arithmetic progression. In arithmetic progression is nothing but n square by 2 and what's that? N square by 2 plus n by 2, like that, right? N into n plus 1 by 2, n square by 2 plus n by 2. So it's order of n square, right? So this much operation I need to do, it's order of n square. Now what I am saying is, see, this is already sorted. This array would be already sorted, 2 5 6 9 11, like this. Now there is one element, let's say it is 7 or 10 or 6, anything, right? Now if I use the binary search rather than this linear search, why it is linear search? Because I am checking all the elements one by one. If I use the binary search, then I can definitely find this thing where to put this 6 in order of log n, right? Order of log n I can find, correct? In binary search, what I'll do, I will try to find out where if now where to put this 6 or the value which is less than 6, right? Yeah, I need to put it here, right? Less than 6. If I find out that 5 is less than 6, then I know I need to put 6 here. So in binary search I will break here, then break here, and I'll find out the 5 is there. So I'll put 6 here, right? So in two operations I would be able to find out log n operations. Binary search we know, right? So it would be order of log n to find this thing. So this many swaps I need to perform or find the location, and for each element I need to perform this. So it's order of n log n, right? So it is called binary insertion sorting. Just a small hack, and from n square it is n log n. Correct? Any doubt,
but
guys?
but they're telling first one is false.
Okay, they are saying which one are true.
Yeah.
Why? While binary insertion sorting approve the time it takes to find the right position for the next element being inserted, it may take order of n time to perform the swaps necessary to shift it into the place. Eh? Why can't I swap directly? Okay, yeah, okay. My bad. Sorry, guys, for the confusion. Let me see what they are saying is. Let me explain. So I know, like, I need to put 6 here, right? In login I would be able to find out the place that I need to put 6 here. But to put 6 here I need to perform the swaps, right? Because this 6 is at 0 1 2 3 4 fifth location, right? So what I need to do, put 11 here, put 9 here, put 8 here. Then this place would be cleared for 6, then I put 6 here, right? So these swaps I need to perform. In worst case, If it is 1 here, then I need to perform this swaps, 1 2 3 4 5, all the swaps I need to perform, right? Worst case is nothing but perform n minus 1 swaps at max, 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to n minus 1 1. So binary would be useful to just find out this thing, right position, right? It will help, but still I need to perform the swaps in order of n, right? So we have improved actually nothing. So again, it is swaps is n, and comparisons are n. So it is nothing but order of n square. Okay, 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 okay. See, today still I have this doubt. I again thought 1 and 2 are correct. Okay, that day I thought only 2 is correct. Okay. Poor me. So now this is real, right? Let's see this meat test again. What was your doubt, Vinith? Let's go to there.
There was a question on time complexity, Mayor, where square root of
Root n,
n some.
square root of n was something like that. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
like this. No.
I guess this one. Yeah, yeah, this one.
Yes, 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 yes. Huh. Okay. Let's take this now. Like I will mark it directly square root of. No. Okay. We can't. Okay. This is order. No. In log n, it can't be log n. Okay. Okay. This case we haven't seen yet. So this was the first time that we were solving, right, in mid sem.
Yes. Yeah, it took long time for me. Like
Uh,
so.
okay, even for like 2 minutes 37 seconds for me. So. Okay, so count 0, I equal to 1. The function is function is n, input n. While I square, sorry, not I square, I multiplied by I is less than or equal to n. Count plus 1, I plus 1. So this count has nothing to do with this thing, time complexity, right? So just forget about the count now. Correct?
Yeah, because the loop is only on I.
I.
Okay.
Yes. So they can use this kind of a cheap hacks. Okay, we can't copy it. Okay, I want to write something. How can I do that? Now I can copy it. Oh, feel like a hacker. Okay, now what they are saying is I square I to the I multiplied by I is less than n. Now one I is nothing but one, right? So the first loop, one multiplied by one is less than n, right? Okay, that's fine. Let's go to I plus 1. So I would be next iteration, it would be 2, right? So first, where would I start? I would be nothing equal to 1. Then 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. Then I plus 1. So now I is 2, right? So 2 multiplied by 2, right? So I am having 2 square, right? So here I am having 1 square. Then I am having 2 square, right? 2 multiplied by 2, I can write 2 square. Now I am having 3. So it is nothing but 3 square, correct? Let's say there are k iterations. So it is nothing but k square, right? And how
Yes.
when this loop will terminate? When k
Yes,
square is
sir.
less than or equal to n,
Yeah.
right? So k is nothing but root n.
Okay.
So it is nothing but order of root n.
Yeah, it's easy now.
Yes.
Like,
That time like we were like learning it for
hmm.
first time, no?
I initially thought it would be order of login.
Yes, yes,
Huh.
yes. Even me too. That's for sure. If it was I
Square.
square,
Yeah, then
right?
it would.
I
It's still I
asterisk
square.
asterisk 2. It is still I square, but literally I square, like this. I power 2, basically.
It's still it's same. I
uh,
into I is I square, right?
okay, 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 okay. Where we are missing? Where we are missing? I multiplied by 2, then log n. Multiplication is log n, Vinith. Multiplication is log n. Or division.
Okay.
Multiplication or division is log n.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I into 2 is okay, okay. Understood.
Ah, correct. That log n, I forgot. In log n, what we had?
2 par k. Something.
Correct,
2
correct.
par k par 2 par k, something like that.
Correct, correct. That's log n. Okay.
Yeah. But better to do and confirm
Better
rather
to
than.
definitely, definitely. If there is nothing else, see, when this trick would be useful if you have just 5 minute and 5 questions, hard question. Then this trick would be easy, like very useful to have the best educated guess. Uh,
Mayur, any cheat sheets for tomorrow?
I haven't made actually.
Okay, okay.
Just that just algebra and calculus we need to have that, right? Because see, this is very easy question, the easy concept, and also very easy to trick, like have the twist. So no cheat sheet will mostly help. For algebra and calculus, you can use my blog. I'm going to update that projection formula right now, tonight, and there is a problem in ellipse equation that I'm going to correct. So you can use that for algebra and calculus. Given two unit vector v1 and v2, this was really good year. This mid-sem question paper was really good. The value of v1 transpose v2 can exist in range from, so this is unit vector, right? v1 and v2. So it can be like you can have minus 1 0 and 0 and 1, right? So in that case you can have like minus value also, the dot product can be minus also, and up to 1 you can have. And what logic they have given is v1 dot v2 dot product between v1 and v2 is nothing but v1 v2 cos theta, and v1 and v2 are unit vector. This is also good reasoning. V1 and v2 are dot product, so and cos theta varies from minus 1 to 1, so it's nothing but the answer of v1 into v2. Okay. What is this? Okay, order. What is the order and like that? Assume we have the following definition. Definition is even number, number less than or less than equal to. Okay, okay, okay. List comprehension we have. The slicing. Gem 2. Okay, so 2 is nothing but the step size, right? That I different completely forgot to tell that 1 and minus 1 we can have 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3 like that also. This is nothing but the direction and step size also. So it is nothing but start at 1, take
No,
the
this
step
is a
size of
set.
2. Huh?
This is a set.
Okay,
Like
L is set. Okay, we can't apply this. That's why
yeah,
it's none of the above. Okay.
yeah.
This brackets, okay, curly braces. Okay, this one we saw. See the slope of the curve that I saw, that I say, that they can ask like dy by dx at x equal to 0. Just take the differentiation and put x equal to 0, you'll get the answer, right? So this is high chance to have like one or two questions, right? Tomorrow it was gradient, right? And it was like a two multivariate function, x square plus y square. That's why we take the 2x and 2y, take the magnitude under 4x square plus 4y square. But this is really easy, straightforward. Just take dy by dx and put x equal to 0. Don't put x equal to 0 directly in y, because it can be different than dy by dx. Okay, it's about to 11:30. I will just take more 5 minutes and let's see if we have more interesting question. Let me go to medium and hard questions directly. The optima for f would be, okay, we just need to find out the optima. That's really easy. Now we know like del f by del x and del f by del y should be 0. Just you will have two equations, just solve them. Okay. And guys, if you have more like queries, we can have. Okay, but tomorrow is the test, right? Just ask it on Telegram or WhatsApp. This LCS question is everywhere. Okay, this is foo. Okay, this is recursive call function. It is same as we have this n modulo r n divided by r in this solved problems that we saw actually in one of the revision session. Okay, this classify code snippet I find it difficult to explain actually. Okay, parallel or perpendicular functions we have. Just take the this thing, this ratio, and we are good. Find the distinct manager. I guess I got it wrong. Okay, it is true. Okay. See, this works differently in other database. So if you take the distinct, null would be also written in Oracle database. So it would be three values: manager, Rajiv, and null. But in MySQL, null is not treated.
Manager is column name, so two, correct. You're right. Manager is column
Okay,
name.
haha,
Rajiv
Rajiv and null.
and
Yes,
null.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. Why I am counting manager? Arey, yeah. Uh, okay. Insertion sort they asked. Oh my god. The formula they asked for insertion sort. Which of the following statements evaluates to true? Okay. I dot mean this. Okay. Now see by default axis is zero or one. I forgot. It's
Zero.
I zero,
By
no?
default, yeah.
Okay. See, here it would be useful. See, here it is a numpy array. The question is, we have this numpy array, array 16, reshape 4 by 4. So 0 to 15, we are reshaping in 4 by 4 array, 4 by 4 matrix, ND array, right? And what they are asking is I max, I dot max. So I dot max given this function for I in X transpose. So what I am doing is I am doing the X transpose, right? So X transpose. So my rows would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So it would be transpose. Now what I am doing is I dot max, right? Now if I applied I dot max, it is nothing but the row wise, right? Uh, X transpose. So what would be the max in row, right? See, it is now different for some, no?
No, no, it's for the row, right?
For
In the
okay,
last.
I am doing the transpose. Okay, 0, 4, 8, and 12, right? So the
Yeah,
first row
right.
would be 0, 4, 8, and 12. So max is 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. I forgot about transpose actually.
But in the image which you have shared, Prem, that axis equal to zero is a vertical line, right?
Yeah, apparently that was for pandas, and uh, that's why I deleted the picture.
I got it.
This is numpy I dot max for I in the X transpose. Now we have the matrices. Now let's do it actually. Let me comment this out and comment this. So let's take the A for max, A dot max, and let me don't give anything, correct. And also we don't care about row and everything, row and column, because what we are doing is for I and X transpose, right? So we are taking the row basically. So if you give it in for loop, it will be in row like by default, right? Because we have the first list, second list, third list, and fourth list, right? That is making this matrix. So it is row by default. And if we have this for loop, iterative loop on the X transpose, then definitely it would be row wise. Correct, but let's see if we don't apply anything. A dot max, what will happen? I guess it will give me the max of all everything. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is giving max of everything. Right? Definitely. Then I need to apply give this x is equal to 0. Then it will give me two values. Uh, uh, okay, 2, 3, 4. Right? So again, it is doing row wise. 1 and 2, 2. 2 and 3, 3. 3 and 4, max is 4. So if I give 1, it will do these columns. Apply the operations column wise. 1, 3, what 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3 max is 3, and 2, 3, 4 max is 4. And if I don't give access, it will give me the max of all. Okay, this is new learning for me also. Let me admit. Correct. But here we don't need to worry much about this row and column axis, because we are applying this for loop over all the rows in X transpose. Right now, what we are doing, we are applying this I dot mean on all the rows in X. Right. So for the first row, minimum is 0, then 4, then 8 and 12. So it is correct. Now we are applying similarly in X transpose, we are applying minimum. So minimum 0, 1, 2, 3.
If we
This.
hadn't used the, what do we say, the for loop, and then in that case we will be
Ha.
getting the results like what we have discussed at the start of the
Yes,
session.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
And
okay.
see, there is a problem with this max and min. No, we saw if we don't give
Yeah, yeah.
access,
Okay, okay.
it
Yes,
will
yes.
be max
And
of all.
okay.
Then it would be scalar basically.
Yes. Actually, here we don't have none of the above. So if one is correct, according to that logic, all will be correct.
Correct, correct.
If you encounter a none of the above in MSQ, then you are like thinking in a wrong way. If your answer is coming none of the above, because there has to be two answer at least.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, given the following statement, number of time print statement is executed. This was a good question. Now I'm liking everything. So because we have so many loops, still it's odd theta of it. Let's see how. I is to n equal to 10. Right, if I is less than or equal to n, I am I say I plus 1. So while this while loop is running for n times, that's for sure. J equal to 2, j is less than or equal to I. Right, j should be less than or equal to I. So j is running for I times. Right, so if I equal to 2, it will run for 1. I equal to 3, it will run for 1, sorry, 2 times, then 3 times, like that. Right, if j modulo I equal to 0, then print hello j plus equal to 1. Okay, so let's see like how many times this print would be this hello would be printed. Good question. Copy. Okay, midsem is good questions compared to mock test. They should have given this in this 60 mark mock test. Okay, so this we found out this is running for n times, right? And this is running for when I equal to 2, it is running for 1, then 3, 2, 4, then 3 time, up to if it is n, then it is running for n minus 1 time. Right, I equal to 10, j will run for j starting from 2, so it will run for n minus 1 time. Okay, so it is also order of n. J modulo I equal to 0, then print hello. Right, when I equal to 2, let's say when I equal to 2, then what will happen? How many times this print would be, this print hello would be printed? Right, when I is equal to 2, the value j can have is only 2, then 3, this loop will be terminated. When then j equal to 2, right, then j equal to 2, this would be printed. Right, so it is printed for one time here. Let's say now let's take I equal to 3, and there is no shortcut to solve this, we need to do this manually only. When I equal to 3, then what will happen? The j value will start from 2 and 3. But when this would be modulo 0, j modulo I, right? So 3, 2 modulo 3 won't be 0. 3 modulo 3 won't also only will be 0. So it will print for one time. Again for 4, 2, 3, 4, only at 4, the modulo j modulo I would be 0. So we are having the pattern. Right? So, and this will run for 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4 up to n time. And again it will run for 2, 3, 4 up to n minus 1. Right, or less than or equal to n, no, so n up to n, not n this thing, n. Right, start how many times it will run, that I was writing, so n time it will run up to n, it will go. So n modulo n would be 0. So this print statement would be done for 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n minus 1 time. So it is nothing but theta of n, or order of n. Correct. The hardest question in this kind of a thing. setting basically in these loops, right? That's why sir was saying like there is no shortcut. Someone actually asked also, there is no shortcut, you need to perform, because they can apply some trick and that shortcut method would be false. Okay, let's take one more. Y equal to minus x square. Okay, it's nothing but the opposite of x square. Okay. Repetition of a question.
Here they gave 2D.
But they were so lazy to make the 60 mark question more paper that they didn't even correct the typo in anything. Root and log and we need to compare. It's easy. All we have this all question. I don't know like why I found all SQL question hard. After solving, I got the answer, but by default, if I see SQL, I found it hard. I find it hard. Okay, reverse the string. That's also easy. Now I guess the easy questions is started. What's time for binary search? Okay, binary search. Login. Slope. Okay, I guess we are done. We ended at 9. So still guys, if you have any questions in this mid question paper or any general question, feel free to ask. Otherwise we can wind up the session. It is about, okay, 11:40 it is. I thought it is 11:30. Any questions guys?
Mayur, I was actually asking about the iLock last night. Could you please just give me a brief gist of the iLock? How and when can we apply? Is possible?
Okay. Let me use this now.
Because I got confused that the basis I keep it wrong actually. Then I realized that it's so set and then it's not applicable. So
Hmm. Okay, that's fine. Conditions callable. Do we have this thing? Okay, we have formulas and explanation also. See, iLock is basically for index locations. Yes,
okay.
and lock you can use with this. Actually, I am hearing myself. Uh, can you please turn on mute? Okay. So lock you can use with the name also, column name also. So see, if you have this kind of a data set, weather, temperature, wind, humidity, and all this same, and this is index, right? By default, your index would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. And if you don't give, if you can have the particular index also, right? And these are the columns. Now, if you want to use lock, then how lock in lock you can give the literally the name of the columns, Friday and temperature like this. Friday, what was the temperature like this, right? So you can give the name of the row, you can say, and name of the column, correct, and then you'll get the answer, right? And if you want all the rows, just give. I want to see what was the temperature, every temperature, right? So you don't need to write Monday, Tuesday, Friday like that. Just give the column. This thing. Then it will give you all the columns, all the rows. Basically, all the rows. First is for row, and column is nothing but temperature, right? And it works otherwise also. Other way also. Do we have Friday? And you can also give column. Yeah. So for the Friday, you will get all the answers. What was the temperature, wind, and humidity, right? In iLock, see, it is equivalent to iLock, but iLock you can't give Friday. I is for index, right? So you need to give the index. What is the index of Friday? It's 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4 and where what 4 and colon. Give me everything. So it is similar to this, correct? And see, there should be one more example also if it is this thing. Yes. See, in lock you can give the list also, right? If you want Thursday and Friday, you can give Thursday and Friday instead of rows. So they have just taken the list. So you can give list also, list of rows and list of columns. It will give you the answer. In dialog, you need to give the list of indices 3, 4, 1, 2 like this, right? So lock and I is for index, and in lock you can give anything, the name directly. And in row, if you have the that default index, you can give that also, that 1, 2, 3 also, if I'm not wrong. That's why this is working. No, this why this column is working, because you can give this Python index also like this, right? So what it is saying, Monday to Friday, go from start from Monday, go to Friday, and take the step of two, right? The main difference between lock and ilock is, in ilock you can't give this the name of the column or name of the row. You need to use this index only, but in lock you can use both. But beware, if you don't have that numerical index, that 0, 1, if the index is different, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, starting from 1, then while using lock, just keep in mind, if you're giving the you can say index name, right? Because it can differ from the Python default indexing, right? So this is slice and everything. You can perform everything that you can do in this thing, Python slicing operation, right? Okay, this is extra actually.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's clear now. Thank you.
I'm sharing this link, and I'm
Sure.
bookmarking also. This is good. Yes, this is extra that we can apply this operations also, greater than, less than, like that. iLog you can't. Okay, guys. Any more doubt, questions, or in from mid same paper or any paper, or we can wind up the session. It's 11:45 already.